Watch fans, today we're looking at a brand that has been around since 1839 and has done a fantastic job over and over again, placing them as number one in the Swiss community, not just by personal opinion, but by the opinions of the mass. But today we're going to be looking at a piece specifically that Patek actually introduced to the world and did so in a fantastic way. We're going to be looking at the annual calendar. Yes, the 5396R. We're going to have a couple different references, including the 001, the 015, and the 011. These pieces definitely give us some unique differences in what we would find in the watch community and a very open yet clean, remarkable dial, something that you can't see from everyone, not only because of how hard and complicated it is to put all of those things into one movement, but also for the simple fact that you have to have the skill to do it. This is not one of those things that you can just will yourself into doing. It really takes mastery when it comes to horology itself. With this particular piece, we're going to first look at the actual silver dial, or what's called the opaline dial. I do get people who actually ask me, is it a white dial or is it a silver dial? It's a bit of both. It's actually made to give you more of that ocular actual difference or change, something that you're not seeing everywhere else. And I love that about this. So with the opaline dial, it is again, it doesn't shine. It gives more of a glimmer to the actual dial itself, which makes it where it's still easy to read, fully functionable, but yet something that is very clean, different, and unique. Now, when we talk about the annual calendar, yes, Patek actually released it originally in 1996. They introduced it to the world, and it was done so in a way that we would all fall in love with. This particular piece would actually be remade. This is a little bit different version of the original for the 5396R, but it was done in a fantastic way that it continued to stand the test of time. So on the dial itself, you get quite a few functions. Now this watch, when set and continued to run, you will not need to reset the watch itself until the year 2100. Yes, the year 2100. Even little simple things on this one, like the moon phase, that's actually going to be incorporated on the dial. It is going to be accurate for 122 years. That means if you set this watch, you leave it running, you continue to wear it, or maybe you even have it on an automatic winder that's going to be a good quality, that is fit and suitable for this watch itself. The watch itself will only need to be set once a year. That once a year is actually going to be in February. That's really cool for the simple fact that we know on all other watches, they have to be set at least 6 months a year if you want it to run properly. And that's something that requires a little bit more time. So when we look at the annual calendar again, Patek gave us something that was extremely different from 96 to then actually upgrading the dial and the movement itself in 2006. And then we have a few other features that we have in the other pieces that would actually give us some more changes that would not be introduced until 2017. Originally designed for the release in 2016, but making its way to our hearts and our homes by 2017. If you kind of notice the pattern, every 10 years they were giving us something different in the annual calendar, and I really enjoyed that because it gave you a chance to grow with the watch itself and actually have a chance to really fully enjoy the annual calendar that was going to be released by Patek. For this one, of course, you're going to have your day, you're going to have your month, you're going to have your date, your moon phase, but there's actually a 24-hour display. Now, contrary to popular belief, a lot of people actually think that that's just there to show you the accuracy of if it's day, night, for when you're setting your calendar. No, it's actually there for day, night to make sure that you can distinguish the difference at a quick glance. So when you're looking at the watch, you're not thinking maybe that it is sunrise instead of sunset. So that's actually what it's there for. And it just so happens that in that same breath, I can say, yes, you can use that to know your danger zones. You want to actually set this watch during the top hours. You don't really want to set it more so towards the evening hours or sunset hours. When we say danger zone, I want you to think of it kind of like a stick shift on a car, right? We don't want to burn out the clutch. We don't want the teeth to break that are actually changing the gears for us. That's exactly what's going on inside of your watch. That's why we do say that it is important to pay attention to that, simply because you don't want to change it at the wrong time. You may do this 100 times over and never have a problem. It only takes that one time with one problem, and yes, there will be a complete difference. You will need a full overhaul on the actual watch itself, and it can get quite expensive. I love this watch also coming in at 38 millimeters for the simple fact that the watch itself can be one of those fun pieces that even as a couple, if you both enjoy horology, you both love watches, you can actually make this one of those pieces that can be his and hers, which for fellas, we all know that means hers and sometimes ours. But you can actually have some different fun with these simply because the dials come in a few different variations now. So we spoke about the 2006 release. However, we're going to go ahead and move to the next. This one being the 2017. When we look at this 2017 release with the blue and now the Dauphine hand, so the hands do change on there as well, which is really fun because it gives us a little bit difference. So we go from the iodized blue and we're actually going into the 18 karat rose gold as well. I love Patek's choice of color. Now, some people don't realize that there are different colors of rose gold. Patek uses a different red that is made to pull more red undertones for more people. I actually enjoy that because that takes a lot of consideration, but it also takes a lot of understanding and it takes a lot to create that color, that pigment, so that you get a beautiful color that definitely works for the masses, not just for simple groups. And I really enjoy that. This watch also gives you just a little bit difference. When you look at the blue itself, it's more of a regal blue. The blue actually dances on the dial. So where we have the opaline here, the blue is something that gives us a little bit more magnificence to it. It draws you in. Blue being the most appealing color to the eye, naturally, this definitely is a color that I can enjoy. And guess what? Patek said, that's great. And we love the fact that we're doing these things, but we're going to step it up even a notch stronger. So guess what we do have for the his and her collection as well? For that family that may want to do it, we have the diamond dial. So yes, it can be something that gives it a little bit more dress for a man, or it can make it just a little bit more feminine touch for a woman, where it can give more of a piece of jewelry. Remember, watches were actually created or changed from pocket watches, but still were considered to be jewelry, which is why you find them at a jeweler, right? But I love the fact that they give that extra touch to the dial. It just gives that extra piece of oomph to it. It shows you complete class. It actually shows you that they not only know what they're doing, but they know how to build and give you visuals that no one else can give you, and a piece that they created, released, and have definitely set the bar and the standard for. With the gyromax inside of the movement itself and that actual free spring balance, everything that you're needing in the movement itself also does great. You're talking about a 45-hour power reserve. This watch, actually, you're looking at -3 to +2. I mean, all the things that we need to know that the watch is going to run accurately, it's going to move great. But I love, too, and a lot of clients always ask me because they really want to enjoy seeing the visuals. When we look at the actual back and you can see the movement itself, this is something that is fantastically done to perfection. So with the open case back, we can see the beauty of the movement. Full-size rotor on this one too, so it is extremely accurate with winding, self-winding. Remember, you do want to wear it for about 12 hours or more for it to actually give a good self-wind because it's needing your movement. It needs you to run. There are no electrical components inside of this watch. So as you wear it and you enjoy it, you have everything you need, including quick adjustments. I'll show you this finally before ending the video, that you actually have your quick adjustments on the side itself. That's where we were talking about earlier when you're setting actually different positions and the danger zones. These actual pinholes or marks that you're seeing is actually there so you can use your aperture. You can quickly reset the watch because, again, it's one of those that you don't have to reset once it has been set properly if it continues to run. So you get a chance to really fully enjoy this watch, and you have quick set features that make it even easier as an owner. We want to know your opinion and tell us which one of these watches you would choose from the 5396Rs in the comments below here at Swiss Watch Expo.